I'm 11 years, 3 months sober now. I haven't thought about pills at all. I mean, behaviorally, old behavior always crops up and you have to address that and things like that. Like the addiction is a byproduct of the mental health disorder that's at the foundation. But what opiates can do to your brain and how they change the chemistry within, 11 and a half years sober, father-in-law comes and visits. He's getting older. He's dealing with some real issues in terms of some handicaps in joints and things like that. And we were sitting at dinner and he just mentions in passing that this doctor had prescribed this medication to him called Norco. And I didn't know what Norco was. I probably should have. I'm an opiate addict. I probably should know what the hell that is. But I was in the office later that night, like putting stuff away for work, and I Googled it. And I found out what it was. It was exactly the drug I love to use. My brain did it. The impulsive nature of what it does and controls. And what did I start doing? I started like sneaking around the house, figuring out a time I can get to his bedroom because I know that like 11 and a half years sober, and I wasn't following through with the things I needed to get me to that place. So when when Dax Shepard came out a couple years ago and talking about after like 16 years of sobriety during the pandemic, how he relapsed like that, I thought that was one of the strongest things I'd ever heard from somebody to do that, to say it, because you don't want to admit that when you've been lifted up as this guy, and I'm doing it. And my wife knows me so well now. She already knew that I was acting weird, and I was about to come in the door of his bedroom. My wife comes barreling across the courtyard, opens up the door, and she's like, "What are you doing?"
Wow.
and she saved my life. This was literally 3 months ago. She saved my life because I had no control over what I was about to do. I had zero control over it. Like, I'm not impulsive about anything anymore in my life at all, but it goes to show how irreparable the damage that it caused in my brain, that the craving is like that. So how did we approach it this time? My wife and I talked to my father-in-law. I want him to stay with us. I love him to death. He loves being around his grandson and everything like that. So how could we come up with a solution? I went on Amazon and I ordered an RX safe. It was that simple. Like, we got the thing that is the difference maker. We got him this safe. He has the code and a key with my wife. They lock it up. I didn't think about it again. Didn't even think about it again. But that was the difference this time. We actually communicated about it with my family and everybody, and usually people around addiction, it's so stigmatized. You just keep it in the dark, you know? Like, if I feel like if I would have told my parents that this happened, like that shame part of everything would spiral back. We're like, please don't let anybody know about this. You would have ruined everything. And so we found a positive and healthy, alternative to it. But that is a great example of the effect that it has on my brain still.
Mustache Tales.